Tuesday, January.
You're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McBurry. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
Well, Happy New Year, first of all.
Yep, Happy New Year, Steve, and of course, Happy New Year's to everyone who is watching right now after a very, I would call it kind of hectic 2023 weather-wise.
Yeah.
Wildfires, flooding, all the sorts. Hopefully we have no historic events going on this year.
Yeah, we can deal without that type of history. A lot to get to this morning, including latest on a powerful earthquake in Japan, leaving dozens dead. But first, we want to get back to work after a long holiday weekend. We want to show you what you can expect as you head out the door, because some folks actually going back to work today.
Yep, and today it's looking pretty quiet. We've got some morning clouds we're dealing with lake effect. Temperatures in the 20s, so bundle up this morning. Even though we'll reach the 30s for highs over the next several days, that wind chill will keep things on the cool side. A bit breezy for the next few days as well. And a live look in Oneonta from our camera at Top Hartwick College. Pretty quiet at this point as well, with still a dusting of snow. Temperatures in the low 20s down there as well. And quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. And as Steve mentioned before, will those clouds give way to sunshine? Well, a little bit. These clouds will be stubborn with that low sun angle and the shorter days, but we could see a peak of sunshine right before sunset if we're lucky, with those temperatures climbing only into the mid-30s for highs. So a huge difference compared to the weather last week with those 40s and 50s and rain. This week, chances for only snow showers, and again, those cool conditions. So again, for today, highs in the low to mid-30s. We have a look at what to expect in detail for the next few days for your work week coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. We are barely 40.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning, welcome back. It's time now for your morning commute cast. First off, a live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. A few cars and trucks on the road right now. In fact, looking mostly quiet with just a single one right there. Currently 26 degrees, dry roads right now. And again, for today, we're looking at quiet conditions across all of central New York. As a matter of fact, in more detail, looking at Route 8, Route 20 in the bottom right corner, down Genesee Street into downtown Utica, and finally the arterial over in the top right. And so for your commute cast for today, again, quiet conditions with cloudy skies this morning. No travel impacts are expected. Same for your evening commute on the way home. Might need to bring out your sunglasses briefly before the sun sets around 4 p.m. or so. But again, looking at completely quiet weather for today. Steve?
All right, Eric, sounds good. Hip-hop legend.
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, happy Tuesday, and a happy New Year's to all of you. And it's looking a little different this week compared to last week. Whether you're a fan of the cooler temperatures or not, they are here to stay, at least for the short term. Here's a live look of downtown Utica. Quiet conditions, dry roads, no travel impacts are expected as you head on the road today, though. Definitely bundle up, though. Currently, it is 26 degrees in Westmoreland, 27 degrees at Griffiths and Rome with calm winds. However, winds will turn a little bit more breezy by the afternoon. So this feels like temperature won't really change too much for the next few days. So what's the weather story for the next few days? Well, we've got lake effect clouds this morning. There's dry air near the surface, so this is not producing any precipitation at this point. Notice some lake effect clouds and snow showers move in the Tug Hill region primarily on Wednesday evening, and then into early Thursday morning. We're talking about at least a push of some snow showers as a cold front arrives from the northwest. And you can see here in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar, all is quiet at this point, but as we approach the middle of the work week, isolated snow showers tomorrow, primarily in the North Country around Tug Hill, but a few flurries from Lake Erie will push its way into parts of central New York by the evening. Then for Thursday, scattered snow showers as that cold front moves through, and then a final sweep of maybe a few lingering flurries on Friday as that wind direction shifts from the west to the south. And looking at our skycast for today, again, clouds this morning, starting to see some sunshine. The most likely chance of seeing sun will be south of Route 20. Again, as that lake effect cloud band continues to guide its way north. So those in the North Country, especially up in Old Forge, you might not see any sun for today. Then tonight, you can see lake effect snow showers starting to develop. Most of that snow will fall in the Tug Hill area. Those of us across the rest of central New York will not see a whole lot, especially lower elevations, maybe a little bit more as you head up into the North Country. Then isolated snow showers for Wednesday afternoon. You can see that lake effect snow band from Lake Erie developing, but again, it will be on the weaker side as well as this push of snow showers moves through on Thursday, and the things do dry out and clear out by Thursday evening and into Thursday night. Now, there is a lot of noise on social media regarding a possible snowstorm next weekend. Here's how things are shaping up right now. It has gotten a more southerly trend. Notice that dark blue region is south of central New York. So at this point, it is too far out to put any meaningful forecast. We're just putting out guidance, letting you know ahead of time how things are shaping up at this point. And again, the highest impact zone is still south, but if any of these changes, we'll let you know. And so for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Clouds shift north tonight, down into the 20s once more. Partly cloudy, and then a few snow showers north. Your 7-day forecast still looking pretty cool as we head into the new year, with temperatures in the 30s and 20s for Friday, with snow chances here and there, and even then some snow chances again on Sunday, but no 50s, 40s, and rain showers for the next 7 days.
We're done with that, we think, for a while. All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, the holiday season wrapping up.
You're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And thank you for joining us this half hour. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
So let's start off this half hour with a check of the forecast. And again, last week when we were here, it seemed like it rained every day. No rain today, and it's closer to December now that we're in January temperatures.
Yeah, summer's showing a little late to the party. And this week, again, a big pattern change. Last week it was 50s, 40s, and rain. This week, 30s, 20s, and even some chances for snow showers as we head into the next few days. Today, though, it's looking quiet. We got morning clouds, temperatures starting out in the 30s. In fact, look at this temperature trend right here. Next 5 days, 35 for the high on Wednesday, into the 30s and 20s as we approach on Friday. And current conditions right now, 27 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, 28 degrees in Hamilton, as you can see here on our camera. It's not Bartlett College overlooking Oneonta. It's looking quiet as well. Nothing on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. And for today, those morning lake effect clouds give way to some isolated sunshine, primarily south of Route 20. These clouds will be a bit stubborn at times as they shift north. But again, it's looking quiet today with highs in the mid-30s. After today, though, there will be snow chances in the forecast for some locations. I'll explain exactly where and when coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker.
Good morning and welcome back. We're taking a look back at one of the most impactful weather moments here in central New York. Take a look at this shot right here. This was back in June 7th of 2023, a red sun. Usually we don't see the red sun at all during the daytime. That's from all that wildfire smoke. New York had the worst air quality in the world. This was definitely a once in a good amount of time event. At least I've not experienced it. I'm not sure if you've experienced that, Steve, at all. Any of that wildfire smoke, at least of that stage. And here currently, no wildfire smoke, no rain, and no 40s and 50s. Instead, this week, cooling down with quiet conditions today, but that will change as the week progresses. Again, those current temperatures right now on the cool side in the 20s across the area, 26 degrees in Whitesboro and Little Falls, 25 Richfield Springs, also 26 down in Cooperstown, a little cooler, 22 up in Inlet. Again, quiet today. We are talking about snowfall chances as we approach the middle end of the work week. Details on that coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. The University of Michigan Wolverines shut down Alabama.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday and happy 2024. The new year is starting out a bit different compared to last week with cooler temperatures and snow chances heading into the middle of this work week. A live look at downtown Utica right now. That snow chances are not occurring. Dry roads, temperatures in the 20s. Well, it's a little bit of traffic currently occurring right down the Route 5S right here, looking live with temperatures in the 20s with cloudy skies, calm winds. These winds will start to pick up today and remain pretty breezy over the next few days. So these feels like temperatures right here in the 20s will not really warm up by much. So definitely a coat week. At least winter coat week expected for the next several days. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar right now. All is quiet here in central New York. And with that, we're still with some lake effect clouds, but that is not dropping any rain or snow at this point. That will change, however, starting tonight and into early Wednesday. We'll have some snow showers primarily in the Tug Hill region north of our area, but some of you, especially up near Old Forge, could see a few light snow showers. Scattered snow showers on Thursday as a cold front sweeps in from the south, and then just a lingering lake effect cloud band produces some light snow showers on Friday as the winds shift more southerly. Now our skycast today showing those morning clouds burning off by around noontime to 5 p.m., but notice where the clouds are sticking around by 12 p.m. South of Route 20, you could see a good chance of some sun. However, those of you north of I-90, well, those clouds might stick around a little while longer, but probably a lot less see any clouds or any sunshine if you live up near Old Forge. Then by tomorrow, the clouds return, and starting out with lake effect light snow, primarily in the Tug Hill area, but still across portions of the North Country north of I-90. Then can't rule out some stray snow showers in the Utica area and south. This will be from Lake Erie, so the lake effect will be weaker, but still we could see some light snow and flurries. Then that cold front sweeps through from the north, bringing scattered showers, snow showers into all parts of central New York until around 5 p.m. Thursday. Then clear skies do move in. And how much snowfall are we talking? Well, again, today no snowfall is expected. This is 8 p.m. today. Let's fast forward to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Here's a look at the snowfall totals. You can see 1 to 2 inches up here in the highest elevations. Tug Hill already seeing the most. And let's fast forward to 8 p.m. on Thursday. Trace of 2 inches across a lot of the area. Hilltops obviously will see more. And of course, Tug Hill will see the most amounts of snow. And so for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Clouds shift north tonight, partly cloudy. And again, lake effect light snow develops. 7-day forecast, cool with some snow chances for the next few days. And highs only in the 20s to low 30s on Friday. And the weekend starting out quiet, but we're tracking a winter system of moving up the East Coast. At this point, I know there's a lot of noise on social media. It is trending south, but of course, if anything develops with that, we'll be sure to let everyone know.
As part of our normal course of operations.
Yep.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, a snowy monstrosity named Snowzilla is back in an Alaskan neighborhood, and along with it, old traditions, some dating back more than 2 decades. Reporter Jeremy Roth explains it all in today's edition of Take a Look at This.
For the first time in a decade, and just in time to greet another new year, a towering, friendly-faced, snowflakey figure has returned to Anchorage, Alaska.
We're looking at a giant Godzilla snowman.
Yep, part Godzilla, part snowman. It's
Snowzilla.
all right, we get it. Well, there must have been some magic in that big old hat they found, for when they placed it on Snowzilla's 25-foot-high head, Folks came from miles around, lining up to get a pic for the first time since the huge holiday figure went on a 10-year hiatus. One family celebrated the return, recreating a nearly 20-year-old Kodak moment.
When we took this picture, we never imagined that, 20 years later, we got pictures of the kids again.
Older and wiser, striking an updated Pozilla with an updated Snowzilla, who's back, bigger, and better than ever. While those Frosty fans were ringing it in, these animals were running it back. The Oakland Zoo in California put out a literal look back at 2023 with a compilation of some of their residents snacking through the year, only in reverse. I don't know if we necessarily needed a weird time warp of the wild and woolly wetting their whistles, but it sure is mesmerizing. And hey, they say you can't move forward without looking back. In this case, with a snack. Finally, from those stunning digestive pyrotechnics to just some stunning pyrotechnics from New Year's celebrations. Hope you had prosperity and glee in 23, and here's to even more in 24. Happy New Year, everyone. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
And it's coming up on 5.
You're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot to get to this morning, including the latest on that powerful earthquake that hit Japan, leaving dozens of people dead. First, though, many of us getting back to work after a long holiday weekend. So, Eric, what can they expect as they head out the door?
Yeah, so for the next few days, we're in a cooler weather pattern. Today it's quiet. We got snow chances possible for the next few days. So, again, heading out the door today, it's looking a little quiet. Cool, though. Temperatures in the 20s.
That was
Yeah. 27 degrees at Griffith and Rome right now, 28 degrees in Hamilton as you head down into Madison County. And a look at current conditions. First, a live look in Oneonta. From our camera up top, Hartwick College, 23 degrees. So a little cooler as you head into the southern valleys. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 DOP with the radar. Currently, it is all quiet here in central New York. And for today, again, quiet weather. Those morning clouds, lake effect clouds are doing with will shift north throughout the day. Could see a peak of sunshine or two. But don't let those 30s fool you. We got some breezy conditions moving in over the next few days. Those feels like temperatures will still be in the 20s. So definitely a good week to bundle up with that winter jacket. And again, we are talking about those snow chances as we head into the next few days, plus the latest snowfall forecast in detail coming up. Back to you, Steve.
all right. And snowfall forecast is music to some folks' ears, waiting to get out and use their snowmobiles and skis. All right, thanks, Eric. Don't forget Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Just over not even 30.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's time for your commute cast on News Channel 2 at sunrise. First off, a live view of Route 5S in downtown Utica. Traffic starting to pick up a little bit right now as the morning progresses. Temperatures in the 20s with quiet conditions and, of course, dry roads. And a look across the Utica area as well as south. First off, a live view of Genesee Street looking into Utica. Again, dry roads as well. Same for the arterial, traffic picking up. And finally, Route 8, Route 20 intersection in Bridgewater. Still, roads are looking okay. And so again, for your morning and evening commute forecasts for today, again, no travel impacts are expected with cloudy skies this morning. Sunshine is possible in the evening hours as that lake effect cloud band sweeps up to the north. But regarding snowfall chances, that will change over the next few days. Full details on that coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. Hip-hop legends.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, happy Tuesday, and happy New Year, everyone. 2024 starting out a little different than the final week of 2023 with cooler temperatures and snow chances as we approach Wednesday and Thursday. But for today, things are quiet. Here's a live look at downtown Utica. Dry roads, temperatures currently in the 20s, 27 degrees at Griffith and Rome with calm winds. Winds will pick up a little bit in the afternoon hours, not only for today, but for the next few days. So those feels like temperatures will still hover in the 20s. Definitely winter jacket weather for this week. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar. We're still looking at quiet conditions right now, but things will change on the snowy side as we look ahead to a more favorable weather pattern for that. Now heading straight to our Skycast, because we're starting out with morning lake effect clouds. The clouds will slowly start to shift north by around noontime. Highest chance of seeing sunshine will be south of Route 20. And those of you up in the North Country, primarily up in Boonville near Old Forge, not likely to see that much sunshine for today. And those of you in the Utica area, I-90 corridor, might see maybe a peak or two of sunshine right before sunset. Regardless, as the overnight hours progress, lake effect snow will start to fall on the lighter side. Not a major event, but enough to produce a good amount of snow, especially up in the Tug Hill area. Much needed for those businesses up there that do rely on that snow, which has been very lacking over the past month or so. Scattered light snow showers in the North Country by early tomorrow morning. Then a few lingering flurries here and there by the afternoon and evening across even parts of the southern valleys and Mohawk Valley from a very thin Lake Erie lake effect snow band. But again, this all has to set up perfectly to produce that. No measurable snowfall expected for the most part with that. But what will be the measurable snowfall is when this all starts to shift south. As that cold front moves through by Thursday morning. That'll be our highest chance of seeing snow showers. How much snow are we talking? Well, starting out, freezing time at today at 8 p.m. No snowfall expected. Freezing again, 8 p.m. tomorrow. This is a look at that snowfall totals. You can see primarily up in the North Country, and of course Tug Hill seeing the most right there. And then finally freezing Thursday evening at 8 p.m. You're going to see some scattered snow showers right there with trace 2 inches over parts of the area and higher totals north. And there is noise regarding a snowstorm this coming weekend. However, the details right now is it has shifted south, the highest impact zone, that dark blue right there. So it is too far out to give you any meaningful forecast regarding snow totals, but as things do progress, I'll be sure to let you know. So for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Those clouds shift north tonight, down in the 20s. Again, those snow showers developing to the north. 7-day forecast looking pretty cool for the next few days. Not looking to be very mild like what we saw last year. And so again, snow chances Wednesday, Thursday, 20s Friday. Next weekend also in the 30s. So hopefully with some of the snow we'll be seeing in this more cool weather pattern will again benefit those businesses that do rely on it, especially up in the North Country.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see how it shakes out. Thanks a lot, Eric. Well, the holiday season is wrapping up, and now travel.
You're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this half hour. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary wraps up his vacation today. Well-deserved vacation.
Yeah. And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year to all of you watching this morning. And start of the new year, it's different than last week. We got cooler temperatures in store. Quiet today, though. If you're heading back to work, temperatures in the 20s at this point. Look at those current conditions. Lake effect clouds currently right now with 27 in Rome, 28 degrees in Hamilton, and a live view from our camera at Top Hartwick College in Oneonta. A cool and quiet start, currently 25 degrees in the City of the Hills, and a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar. All is quiet here in central New York right now, and for today, as Steve said, those temperatures do climb into the 30s. We'll be dealing with some wind chill over the next few days, so won't quite feel that warm. So definitely wear those winter jackets. And regarding today, morning clouds give way to some peaks of sunshine as that cloud band sweeps to the north. But after today's quiet weather starts to turn a bit on the snowy side over the next few days. I'll explain who sees the snow and when in detail coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. In case you missed it, a new...
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Good morning and welcome back. It's time now to showcase the WKTV weather photo of the day. This one is a bit of a flashback to the very significant weather event we had here in 2023, especially June 7th. This is a view of the sun on June 7th and very red. Usually don't see stuff like this here in central New York. This is the day where New York had the worst air quality, not only in the U.S., but the entire world. Now, thankfully, the fires as the season progressed, diminished for the most part. So we're not looking at any event like this for the near term unless some storms roll through Canada once more. If you want to send in your photo, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics to have it showcased here on Sunrise as well as posted on our Facebook page. And lastly, look at the radar right now. Quiet conditions, morning lake effect clouds, temperatures in the 20s. Quiet weather today, but snow showers are possible in the forecast over the next few days. I'll explain exactly where and when in detail coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. The University of Michigan shut down Alabama Monday in the roll.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, happy Tuesday, and happy New Year. 2024 starts out a bit cooler compared to last week with no 40s and rain in the forecast, but we do have some snow chances as we approach tomorrow and Thursday. But for today, though, quiet conditions, a live view of downtown Utica. Traffic picking up a little bit right now. Currently, temperature is in the 20s, 29 downtown Utica, 27 in Griffith and Rome. The coolest temperatures from our sky watchers up in the low 20s with Bill and Sean up in Old Forge, as well as heading down to our sky watchers in the southern valleys, 25 with Mark and Milford and 25 as well with Stewart in Cooperstown. Now with calm winds right now, the temperature doesn't feel any cooler, but as the daytime progresses, winds will pick up a little bit. So those feels like temps will remain mostly in the 20s for the next few days. Quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 off the radar right now and heading straight to our Skycast. We're doing lake effect cloud cover this morning. Looks to be about it. No flurries, no rain. However, this lake effect band will continue to sweep north this afternoon. Highest chance of seeing some sunshine will be south of Route 20. A peak of sunshine or two possible in the I-90 corridor, and a bit difficult with that cloud band to see any sunshine as you head up into the North Country. Now, overnight tonight, wind direction will start to favor lake effect snow, primarily in the Tug Hill area. This will be the highest impact zone, but this snow is not going to be a major event, but enough to provide beneficial snow to the businesses up there in the Tug Hill area. Then by Wednesday morning to Wednesday afternoon, scattered lake effect snow showers, primarily in the North Country. A few lingering lake effect light snow bands could develop from Lake Erie right here, both in the I-90 corridor and a little bit to the south. But this might not produce any real measurable snowfall. That will change, though, as a cold front approaches early Thursday morning. This sweeps through. Our best chance of seeing any measurable snowfall, especially in the lowest elevations. And how much are we talking about? Well, let's do a few freeze frames over the next few days. So again, tonight, 8 p.m., no snowfall expected over the area. Then tomorrow at 8 p.m., as you look at that snowfall, you can see 1 to 2 inches over a lot of the area. Tug Hill seeing the most at 2 to 4 inches. And then freezing once more by Thursday night, looking more scattered. We've got trace to 2 inches up here in the valley with higher totals as you head up into the North Country near Old Forge and, of course, Tug Hill. And there is noise again about a possible winter storm next weekend. We're giving you the straight facts right now. It has trended south with the latest data that has come in. And so for now, we're not putting out any meaningful snowfall forecast, but if things do change, we'll be sure to let you know as new information comes in. And so for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Those clouds shift north tonight, down to the 20s, partly cloudy, snow developing north as well. 7-day forecast, something to look at in the next 7 days. There's no rain, no 50s, no 40s. It's looking pretty seasonable.
I was going to say, winter is here finally, January 2nd.
Yep, December shows up finally in 2024.
Exactly. All right. Thanks a lot, Eric. Well, a snow.
Now, you're watching News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11 with with Gary Liberatore.
And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot to get to this morning, including the latest on a powerful earthquake that hit Japan, leaving dozens dead. First, though, back here at home, many folks getting back to work after a long holiday weekend. So Happy New Year, first of all, to all of you. And what can they expect as they head out the door this morning?
I will say this, though. I am stuffed from New Year's food yesterday. I went to visit some of my girlfriend's family, and they made a 24 or 25-pound tray of lasagna.
Wow. Did they get in with a forklift?
The thing was huge, yeah. So I'm still full from that, too.
There you go.
Hopefully those of you celebrated and had some good food to start out the new year. Heading out to work today, those temperatures in the 20s, quiet weather with lake effect clouds, currently 28 at Griffiths and Rome, 28 as you head south to Hamilton, and a pretty common temperature across the northeast in the 20s and even low 30s. Live look at Oneonta from our camera up top Hartwick College. Overcast skies, 20s, but quiet weather. As you can see that on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Top of the radar at currently 7:01. And for today, mostly cloudy skies. That lake effect cloud cover will sweep north throughout the afternoon. Could see some peaks of sunshine right before sunset. Now, we are talking about snowfall chances. Not for today, but possible for Wednesday and into Thursday. I'll break it all down with the locations and timing coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, we're just about 36.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Tuesday and Happy New Year. This morning, it's pretty quiet out there with lingering lake effect clouds. Could see some sunshine before sunset this evening. And for now, quiet weather comes to an end as we head into tomorrow and eventually Thursday in some areas. A live look at downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Looking along Oriskany Boulevard right there, traffic has picked up as well. But as you can see in the background of downtown Utica, overcast skies. And that's the main story right now. Temperature currently in Utica 29 degrees, 28 as you head out to Rome with cloudy skies and calm winds. Winds will become a little bit more breezy by this afternoon, so those feels like temps will still remain in the 20s. So definitely a week, at least the next few days, to bundle up with that winter coat. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. All is quiet here in central New York this morning. Again, the lake effect clouds not producing any rain or snow. As a matter of fact, looking at our skycast for this morning, still that cloud cover sticking around a lot of the area. By this afternoon, that band will continue to sweep north-south of Route 20. You could see some sunshine with temperatures hovering in the low to mid-30s. Those of you living up in the North Country might be a hard time to see the sun today. Maybe those of you along I-90, especially here in Utica, could see just a few peaks of sunshine right before sunset. Then, as the evening hours approach into tomorrow morning, lake effect snow will start to set up. This won't be a very notable event, but enough to produce some snow, a good amount of it, especially up in the Tug Hill area, much needed for those businesses up there. And then scattered snow showers on the lighter side as you look across the North Country by Wednesday afternoon. A few lingering flurries from Lake Erie to some light snow showers will develop possibly in the Mohawk Valley and south. Again, everything is set up perfectly for that to happen. Then, overnight into early Thursday morning, that's when a cold front arrives. This will be our best chance of seeing any snow, especially here in the Mohawk Valley over the next few days. Then things do quiet down Thursday night with clear skies and temperatures falling down into the teens and single digits. Now, regarding snowfall totals, freezing time at 8 p.m. tonight. Again, no snow expected to accumulate at this point. Then freezing 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Let's look at where that snow is setting up, primarily in the highest elevations in Herkimer County, the highest totals over in the Tug Hill region. Then finally, freezing time on Thursday night, 8 p.m. A dusting to possibly 2 inches max in the Mohawk Valley, with higher totals, as you can see, those hilltops in the Madison County area, as well as darker blue way up north in Herkimer County, and of course in the Tug Hill region. Now, this is not our only snowfall chance. There have been rumblings and noise on social media regarding a winter storm this coming weekend, roughly around Sunday. Now, this is why we don't put snowfall forecasts for this type of system this far out. As you can see, things have wobbled here and there, and at this point, it has trended south. We'll, of course, let you know if things do change. For today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy, clouds shifting north tonight, down into the 20s. 7-day forecast, looking cool for the next several days.
Does this look familiar?
Watching News Channel 2 at noon with Gary Liberator.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. Well, after the second warmest December in central New York records, colder weather returns for the new year. We'll start out with meteorologist Eric Gage with a look at that, plus the possibility of snow this week. Good afternoon, Eric.
Good afternoon, Steve. Yeah, you're right. A chance for snow tomorrow, primarily north of our area, but that snow band, it sweeps south on Thursday morning. But for right now, we are dealing with cloudy skies for the most part. A chilly day out there too, with temperatures in the 30s, but those feels like temperatures or wind chills in the 20s and in some cases teens, so a bit chilly for today. Currently 32 officially at Griffiths and Rome, same as you head down to Hamilton. Warmest temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, 36 Poughkeepsie, 37 way out in Buffalo. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. Here in central New York, things are quiet and dry, but things will change, at least as we head into the middle and end of the work week, with chances for some snow showers, primarily, again, Thursday morning. We have a look at what to expect for the rest of the day in detail, the possibility of seeing at least a little bit of sun, plus more details on the timing and amount of snowfall we could see coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. Well, we're just barely 36 hours into the new year.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. Happy Tuesday as we head into the next few days of the new year. We're entering a cooler stretch with a chance for some snow showers, especially Thursday morning. A live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Looking at quiet conditions right now, dry roads, and of course those overcast skies. The sun is going to try its best to peek out this evening as these stubborn lake effect clouds are still lingering over our area. But for the most part, it will remain quiet for today and into tonight. Currently, it's 32 degrees in the city of Rome right now. However, with those wind chills factoring in, it feels like the 20s out, so still a little chilly. And this will be a common temperature as we head into the next few days, more winter-like after a very mild end of the year. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. Always quiet here right now, but I want to get right to the snowfall chances over the next few days. So today, you can see right here, we're dealing with some lake effect clouds. It's still looking dry. Heading into this evening, some sunshine possible peeking out in the southern valleys. It's the highest chance south of Route 20. Maybe a little bit in just south of Utica along I-90, but looking to be entirely overcast for the most part as you head up closer to the North Country, north of Boonville and Old Forge. Then by early Wednesday morning, the lakes, Great Lakes, with all the warm temperatures across the area are still not frozen. So because of that, we're still monitoring lake effect snow potential as the cooler air sets in. Still, highest chance of seeing some snow tomorrow will be, of course, in the Tug Hill area. And then a few scattered light snow showers north of I-90 in parts of the North Country. This will be a primarily North Country event with maybe a few light snow showers and flurries south of that area from Lake Erie heading into Wednesday evening. Then, after the Wednesday night, wind direction shifts as a cold front pushes through. This is our highest chance in the Mohawk Valley of seeing snow showers this work week as this pushes through Thursday morning. And then by Thursday evening, a more northerly wind whisks away all those clouds, and we're left with clear skies and frigid temperatures as they will free fall down into the teens and possibly single digits in the higher elevation. So how much snowfall are we talking about? Well, looking at the latest models right now, we are looking at 2 to 4 inches in the highest elevations in the North Country. And for those of you outside of the North Country, well, looking at trace 2 inches of accumulating snow. And the headlines for this as well. Again, this is mainly going to happen Thursday morning, lingering flurries possible on Friday before this event does come to an end. Now, we do have some updates. As we promised, we'll keep you up to date on the potential wintry system heading into this weekend, primarily Sunday morning. Latest GFS, one of the models we used, has it shifting north a little bit, and this could hook portions of the southern valleys, maybe producing a little bit of snow accumulation there as well. But we'll have our official snowfall forecast coming out as this event gets closer, most likely Thursday and Friday. But again, with the systems this far out, these systems will wobble back and forth as data tries its best to pinpoint the track of these storms. So again, looking at our snowfall forecast timing, it is still way too early. Don't trust anything out on social media that is already putting things out. Again, for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Clouds shift north tonight down into the 20s with partly cloudy skies and snow showers in the North Country. 7-day forecast. Pretty common temperature in the 20s and 30s for the next 7 days, much more seasonable as we head into 2024. Steve?
All right, Eric, thank you. It's that time of year. The forecast in this half hour. Once again, let's over to the Weather Center and meteorologist Eric Gage. Eric, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, Steve. We're talking about the almost record-setting temperatures we saw in December. Look, a recap of that. Record warmest December was in 2015, nearly 40 degrees being the average temperature, including the highs and lows overnight. Officially, this past December was the second warmest at 35.2. That is beating the 1998 second record, which was 34.7. And look at current conditions now, a big difference compared to December. This week, it's looking to be on the cool side. Some sunshine already starting to peek out as you head in the southern valleys, Sherburne and Springfield being 2 locations. Still, those stubborn lake effect clouds are sticking around here in the Mohawk Valley, and hopefully we get maybe a peak of sun north of I-90 before the sunset approaches. Currently, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar, all is quiet as of noontime. And for today, again, highs in the mid-30s. Those lake effect clouds shift north. Could see a peak of sunshine in the I-90 corridor before the sun sets. And then as we head into the next few days, we're talking about the chance of some snow showers. I'll let you know exactly how much to expect and where and when we could be seeing it coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. In case you missed it, a new mayor was sworn into.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and happy New Year's to all of you. And for this afternoon, we're dealing with some lake effect clouds. Sunshine, it's trying its best to peek out in the southern valleys. There's a live look at downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Taking a look in Oneonta right now, still a little cloudy, temperatures in the 20s as well, but you can see some blue trying its best to peek out currently at this point. Here in the Mohawk Valley, it is 32 degrees. However, factoring in the wind chill, it feels like the 20s, 25, the feels like temperature in Griffiths in Rome. So again, even reaching the 30s this afternoon, still bundle up. That wind chill is keeping things pretty crisp out there. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar. All is quiet here in central New York this afternoon. However, we are tracking some chances for some snow showers as we head into the next few days. So let's get right to that. This morning, we had some lake effect clouds across a lot of the area. Some sunshine is trying its best to peek out south of Route 20, and we could see a little break in the clouds, especially in the Utica area right here, right before sunset, as these lake effect clouds will wobble north and south heading into the afternoon. Tonight, as wind direction continues to become more westerly, we're talking about lake effect snow, primarily in the Tug Hill region. This will not be impacting us here in central New York all too much, at least with the start of Wednesday. Those of you in the North Country could still see some lingering snow showers and light flurries. Then as the afternoon progresses, still light snow in the North Country, temperatures in the low 30s. Here in the Mohawk Valley, climbing a little bit above freezing with some flurries and occasionally some light snow. Not only from Lake Ontario affecting the North Country, but also Lake Erie. You can see those thin snow bands in the southern valleys. The best chance of seeing snow will be coming Thursday morning as a cold front approaches from the west, the northwest pushing in that front into our area. After that, though, things do quiet down and cool down with clear skies Thursday evening or Thursday night. Those temperatures will fall into the teens and single digits in the highest elevations. And how much snowfall are we talking about? Well, this is a multi-day event. This is not going to be anything super major, but for those of you who are wondering where the snow is, well, we're going to at least see some of it. The I-90 corridor it might take a little bit for the snow to stick if those temperatures tomorrow do climb above freezing. But regardless, North Country will see roughly 2 to 4 inches in the highest elevations right here. And then, of course, Tug Hill seeing the most amount, well, with 4 to 8 inches. So this is our official forecast at this point. We'll, of course, change anything if we get new information. But we're moderately to highly confident in this forecast. Regarding the noise and chatter about a possible winter storm this coming weekend, the latest information right now, well, we did have one model that we use. It's wobbling north a little bit, but again, we can't pinpoint the track of this until roughly a few more days out. So if you do see anything regarding a snowfall forecast, it is still way too early. We're more than 5 days out for this, but as the days progress, we'll of course provide you with more information. And so for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy. Some sunshine peeking out this evening. Tonight, down into the 20s, partly cloudy with snow showers north. 7-day forecast, still looking pretty cool for the first full week of 2024 to start the new year with much more seasonable temperatures and even chances of snow showers heading into Thursday. Steve?
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, the CDC is reporting a rising number of...
For a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Starting out pretty quiet, but we are tracking some changes in our weather as we head later into this week. We're expecting snow to inevitably return as we head into tomorrow night. Looks to be on the lighter side, and that continues into Thursday. A live look outside. It's been a pretty quiet day, getting a lot of clouds throughout the afternoon. We were hoping to see a little bit of sunshine, but no luck today. Our current temperature 32 degrees. A little bit of a breeze out there making it feel like the upper 20s. The weather looks quiet tonight and most of tomorrow. Clouds continue to hang around and it remains seasonably cold. Light snow arrives Wednesday night. So tomorrow night we're expecting some light snow to break out and that lasts into Thursday. And then looking ahead, our eyes are on Sunday. We're watching a coastal system that looks to pass south and east, but it could bring us some snow. We're going to take a very early look at that and some of our early thoughts. This evening, cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. We're tracking, again, our next chance of snow tomorrow night. Look at the forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Senior citizens will be seeing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking some pretty quiet weather for the short term, but snow does look to return tomorrow night. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Cooperstown. And again, things look pretty quiet out there. We had a decent amount of cloud cover across the area, but the southern valleys were fortunate enough to see a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. But again, things look pretty quiet now, and it's going to stay mainly cloudy as we head into tonight. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures are in the 30s, the low 30s for most of us. Whitesboro 33 degrees, Inlet 27, Little Falls 33. Across southern valleys, Sherburne 31 degrees, Oneonta 28, and Skidivas with 27. Things start to change weather-wise over the next 24 hours. We're going to see an approaching cold front moving in from the west. Winds will come in from the south to southwest tonight and tomorrow. The weather stays pretty quiet. When the front arrives tomorrow night, it does bring some light snow showers and some lake effect snow as we head into tomorrow night as well as Thursday. The wind direction primarily favors the North Country for a generally light accumulation. Tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. We expect to see some light snow showers and flurries develop tomorrow ahead of that cold front. This is primarily for the North Country. I think the Mohawk and Southern Valley stay generally dry, temperatures in the low to mid 30s. The cold front arrives tomorrow evening, and you can see some light snow breaking out. This is around 7 o'clock in the evening. Again, very light snow continues into tomorrow night. A band of lake effect snow develops north of the Mohawk Valley tomorrow night, and then it drops southward as we head into Thursday, bringing many of us a light snowfall accumulation. And cold weather settles in heading into Thursday, especially Thursday nights. Temperatures will likely drop into the teens. As far as snowfall goes, we're thinking a trace to 2 inches. The time period here is Wednesday evening through Thursday morning. That's when most of this happens in the Mohawk Valley. Across the North Country, we could be talking about 2 to 4 inches of lake effect snow for areas like Old Forge and Boonville, and the Tug Hill could pick up as much as 4 to 8 inches of snow. We're watching the weekend. An area of low pressure looks to pass to our south and east. This is a coastal storm. There's a lot of consistency with this. So even though it's 5 days away, which is a long ways away in the world of weather forecasting, right now it does look like our area could be seeing some light snow here on Sunday. We will definitely keep you posted. Likely not putting together snowfall maps here until either late Thursday or Friday. Mostly cloudy skies. A couple of flurries to the north tonight, low of 27. Some scattered snow showers develop late tomorrow, 35 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Looking pretty quiet here on Friday. Sunshine 29. Dry start to the weekend. Temperatures in the low 30s on Saturday. And again, we're going to watch Sunday. Maybe some light snow. Temperatures in the low 30s. Dry, seasonably cold weather Monday and Tuesday. Not all that cold for the first week of January.
No?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Same. Thanks, Bill. A 1.7 magnitude earthquake.
To Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, who is tracking where's the snow?
Yes, so we're expecting a little bit of snow here tomorrow night and into Thursday. That looks to be on the lighter side. But I wanted to talk about what's been getting a lot of traction on social media and the national news, and that's for a coastal storm over the weekend. And I just want to remind folks what we do locally with putting together snowfall maps. There's a limit to how reasonable it is to try to predict storms, and going out into the future comes with its own challenges. As we go in longer within periods of time, it becomes less and less reliable to predict snowfall. And 5 days out, it's just too early to give you a really good idea of where this area of low pressure looks to track on the weekend. But again, we're expecting to put together more concise information here. We're thinking either Thursday night or Friday. If we do get any snowfall and if we do expect any accumulation, that's when we'll be putting together the map. But again, it's just important to remind you that when you're watching and looking at information, always keep in mind how far into the future it is to take how serious the forecast could be. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet across the region. Tonight, the weather remains dry. If you're taking the dog out for a walk, quiet conditions out there. Temperatures in the low 30s. Tonight's featured dog Gus from Utica posing for the picture here. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Again, tracking some cooler weather ahead. A look at the forecast is coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The Oneida Indian Nation will open its first.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Pretty quiet weather for the short term. We're tracking a return to light snow beginning tomorrow night. Let's take a live look in Old Forge. Let's see if we can get the whole camera in this picture. 28 degrees is the current temperature in Old Forge, and this is one place we expect to see turn white as we get into tomorrow night. Some lake effect snow is expected to fall and accumulate across the North Country, again, tomorrow night into early Thursday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look pretty quiet across the region tonight. With the new year ringing in, I wanted to take a moment to look back on the month of December. We hit a milestone. We hit a record, second warmest December on record missing the #1 warmest December on record by about 4 degrees. Still, both last December and 2015 record-setting warm years. And I've been getting a lot of comments about how December is not always a winter month. Well, it used to be. It's just the way things have been trending as the climate changes. So looking at some of our sky watchers across the area, temperatures in the 30s this evening. Whitesboro 31, New Hartford 33, Barneveld 30, Stratford 27, Mohawk 33, 27 in Milford, Cooperstown, Stewart checking in with 31. Plenty of cloud cover today, but overall a pretty quiet afternoon. The weather does change, and we can see a cold front dropping in from the northwest. This is going to arrive tomorrow night, and it'll bring a return to some light snow across the area. Tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s. A few flurries are possible north tomorrow. Most of the day looks cloudy and dry. That cold front approaches late in the evening, and it does bring some light snow beginning around 5 to 6 o'clock. This is not expected to cause any traveling issues. The snow looks light. Snow continues as we get into Thursday. What's going to happen is a band of lake effect snow develops north, and then it does drop south as the winds change direction. So many of us do see some light snow on Thursday, followed by some cold weather heading into Thursday night. Snowfall accumulation, this is for tomorrow evening through Thursday evening. So it's kind of a long duration map, about a trace to 2 inches of snowfall for most of us. So again, not expecting a lot of accumulation. To the north, 2 to 4 inches of snowfall possible for Boonville and Old Forge. And while it's not blockbuster, this should help whiten things up. I know it's been a pretty slow start to winter here, but again, some snow is expected across the North Country. Could see more as we head into the weekend. We're watching an area of low pressure that looks to pass to our south on Sunday. Right now, it looks like we're on the fringe of this, but that could easily change. Tonight, low of 27, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, looking at some snow showers late in the day, temperatures in the mid-30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Light snow showers Thursday, 32. Cold on Friday, 29 for the high, into the low 30s on Saturday. And again, possible snowfall here Sunday, 32. Temperatures in the mid-30s Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Let's get you over to the Weather Center.
All right, tracking some pretty quiet weather here as we start the new year. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. If you're heading out this evening, no worries weather-wise. Current temperatures 32 degrees. Cloud cover very stubborn today, although south of the Mohawk Valley, a decent amount of sunshine. We're tracking dry weather tonight. A return to snow is expected tomorrow night as a cold front approaches from the north. We're expecting to see some widespread snow showers with the cold front along with some lake effect, and many of us will see a very light accumulation. We're also watching the weekend. There's been a lot of buzz on a coastal storm that's expected to arrive on Sunday. We're going to give you some early thoughts as to how this could impact our local area because it's looking a lot different than areas to our south. This evening, cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. Again, tracking a pretty quiet night tonight along with some light snow tomorrow night and into Thursday. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Rochester police say a Syracuse man intentionally crashed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Pretty quiet weather tonight. We're taking a live look in Old Forge, where winter has been generally absent, but I think it's going to look different here this time on Thursday. We're expecting lake effect snow and some accumulation to take place here. A couple of inches of snow. Better than how things have been for a lot of the winter lovers across the North Country. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. As we conclude 2023, I wanted to just mention how warm December was. Ended up being the second warmest December on record, falling short of 2015. A lot of the warmest Decembers on record have been relatively recent, so I know there seems to be this idea that December isn't a winter month around here, but that's just not true. It's just we haven't had as much. We've had a lot of warm Decembers lately because of how things have been trending, but that's not supposed to be the norm. December is usually a cold and snowy month here in central New York. At least that's the way it used to be. Sky watchers checking in the 30s. Whitesboro 31 degrees, Forestport 28. Inlet, Shawn with 27 degrees, Stratford 27, Mohawk 33. Across the Southern Valleys, Worcester 30, Cooperstown 31, and Otsego with 27. We are tracking a cold front that arrives tomorrow night. We can see it's to the northwest. Some light snow here. As it moves over the Great Lakes, it picks up some moisture, and it's going to produce some light lake effect snow, especially north of the Mohawk Valley tomorrow night and Thursday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, cloudy skies tonight. A couple of flurries are possible north of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures drop down into the upper 20s. Another cloudy day tomorrow with high temperatures in the mid-30s. Some light snow showers to continue north of the Mohawk Valley. A cold front arrives tomorrow night. This brings widespread light snow to our area. And this also creates some lake effect snow, which starts out across the North Country early Thursday and then drops southward. So there'll be a few rounds of snow here tomorrow night as well as Thursday, and then it gets cold Thursday night. Temperatures likely drop into the teens. Snowfall forecast, this is for Wednesday night and Thursday. A general trace to 2 inches of snow for most of the area. So again, just a light coating of snow. North of the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 4 inches of snow expected for areas like Boonville and Old Forge, 4 to 8 inches for the Tug Hill. We're also watching Sunday. There's a coastal storm that develops. Right now, it looks like the brunt of this goes south and east, but that could easily change as we are 5 days away. It's something we'll be keeping an eye on. Mostly cloudy skies, some snow to the north. Tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, snow showers return late, 35 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Snow showers Thursday, 32. Friday looks dry, as does Saturday. Again, we are watching for some light snow Sunday. Earliest we would put out a snowfall map for that would be either late Thursday or Friday. We're getting a lot of questions about this.
Sure.
Thinking it's just been a quiet winter
Right.
so far.
Just starving for news.
People are getting excited. The snow lovers are itching for some snow.
We're going to try to chase some snow tomorrow. We're going to see if we can find any locations that have some patches.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, the latest state. For a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Quiet tonight, but changes could be on the way, and
Yes.
it might change some of these numbers, right?
Well, I just kind of want to give folks, I mean, we know that it's been a very lackluster winter so far, but
No
when
doubt.
you actually put the numbers into place here, it is jaw-dropping. We're now more than 2 feet behind on snowfall. The odds of getting a storm producing 2 feet of snow, you're looking at something that happens once every 15 to 20 years, and that's just to get back to average here.
But we have had precipitation, so
Yes.
that's good news there.
Yes,
Just
we've
not
been-
the white stuff.
Right, it's been mostly rain events here in the month of December. Let's talk about what we can see in our future here, because it does look like this pattern is going to change. We do have some snow chances ahead. It starts tomorrow night, looks pretty light, but we do have some lake effect snow in the cards here as we head into, again, tomorrow night into Thursday. And then we're watching another weather system, a bigger one, that could bring us some snowfall as we head into Sunday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, things look quiet across the region. Temperature-wise, we're 32 degrees, cloudy skies, generally light winds, and that's how things stay tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s. Again, tracking some light snow as we head into tomorrow night. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, a new...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're going to start by taking a look in Old Forge tonight. Temperature of 29 degrees. This place has been itching for snow. And I think it's going to be one of the areas that does see some light snow tomorrow night and into Thursday. Expecting some lake effect snow to bring 2 to 4 inches of accumulation here. In the Mohawk Valley, much lower totals expected. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look pretty quiet. By the way, with the new year starting, I wanted to briefly look back at the month of December. It turns out it's the second warmest month recorded in central New York. Our records go back to the 1800s. This was number 2. Number 1, 2015. Now, what do both of those years have in common? El Nino. We are going to continue to track some relatively milder weather here. Temperatures this time of the year in the 30s. And we're going to be tracking a cold front, though, that will be changing our weather, bringing in some light snow showers as we head into tomorrow night. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s. We're expecting some light snow showers around north of the Mohawk Valley tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures look to climb into the mid-30s. A cold front arrives tomorrow night. It brings some very light snow to our area, along with some lake effect. The lake effect snow begins across the North Country tomorrow night, and then it drops southward as we head into Thursday. So light snow is expected tomorrow night as well as Thursday, and then the weather gets cold heading into Thursday night. How much snow are we talking about? Well, we're thinking a general trace to 2 inches of accumulation in the Mohawk and Southern valleys. North of the Mohawk Valley, where more persistent snow will fall from Lake Ontario, a general 2 to 4 inches of accumulation for Old Forge and Boonville, 4 to 8 inches of snowfall possible along the Tug Hill. The next weather system we're following is located in the Pacific Northwest. Over the next 5 days, it takes a path similar to these red arrows, eventually becoming a coastal storm as we head into Sunday. And the long-range predictions have some light snow in the cards as we head into Sunday. Still very early to tell where exactly this goes and how much snow it could bring. It's still several days away. We'll continue to keep you posted. Mostly cloudy, snow to the north tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, some snow showers late, 35 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, snow showers here Thursday, 32. Friday, Saturday looking dry. A lot of hype on Sunday. But again, keep it here. We're going to give you an idea over the next few days what exactly we could be talking about, because right now it looks like that heavy snow is going to be south, but that could easily change.
It could, and don't get too hyped now. Wait a few days.
A few more days will give you a better idea.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, a minor earthquake in New York City. First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, and we're talking snowfalls to date. And this is kind of a shocking number to see how far below normal we are.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. How far compared to average? Because I think we've had so many warm Decembers in the last 10 years that we think that this is normal, and it's not.
Right.
Getting only 7 inches of snow, by now it should be almost 3 feet when you add up all the snowfall events. We are going to be playing catch up here, so we do think that these numbers will be going up. But again, right now we have what seems to be an insurmountable task here, and that's just to get to average, let alone having any chance of going above average. But we do have a long winter, so again, things could change. We still have a few more months to go. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking pretty quiet across the area. It stays dry tonight, but we do have some snow to track as we head into tomorrow night. Our current temperature is 33 degrees, so another mild evening here in central New York, again, for this time of the year. We drop down into the upper 20s tonight under mostly cloudy skies. Again, some light snow breaks out tomorrow night. Some accumulation is expected, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Going to look at your forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, a new year.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're going to start tonight in Old Forge, where this area usually sees plenty of snow, and it's been a pretty quiet winter here. But things are going to start to change. We're expecting some widespread snow to fall, and I think this area is going to look white as we head into Thursday morning with some lake effect snow. That is most likely going to accumulate across the North Country. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the area. Worth mentioning as we turn the calendar into 2024, a quick look back in December. The second warmest December on record. Our local records go back to the 1800s. The number one warmest December, 2015. Again, we've had a lot of records making it into the top 10 list in the month of December, going back about 20 years. So again, things have been trending warmer, particularly in the beginning of the winter season. As we look at the radar and satellite image, again, we will be seeing some changes. Some colder air will start to work in. A cold front drops in from the northwest, and that will be our weather maker as we head into tomorrow night and Thursday. Until then, it stays pretty quiet. Cloudy skies, temperatures drop down into the upper 20s tonight. Tomorrow, a generally quiet day, mostly cloudy skies. Some light snow showers and flurries are expected north of the Mohawk Valley. A cold front arrives in the late afternoon to early evening, producing some very light snow, and that produces lake effect snow in its wake tomorrow night. So the snow is expected to accumulate north of the Mohawk Valley overnight, and then it drops southward on Thursday. And the bottom line is expect to see some light snow both tomorrow night as well as Thursday across most of central New York. And in terms of amounts, we're not expecting much. A trace to 2 inches total. That includes the Mohawk and Southern Valleys. North of the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 4 inches of snow is possible. For areas like Old Forge and Boonville, 4 to 8 inches expected along the Tug Hill. Now, let's talk about the weekend storm. There's going to be another one. This one is expected to become a coastal storm. The storm today is in the Pacific Northwest. It has to travel over 3,000 miles over the next 5 days before it brings us snowfall. This is one reason why we don't put out snowfall maps this far in advance, because a lot could go wrong when you're looking at something of this magnitude in this amount of time. But what we can tell you is that we are likely to see some light snow as we head into Sunday. If this were to arrive, again, that's when we're expecting it. Mostly cloudy skies, some snow showers to the north tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, cloudy, snow showers late, a high of 35. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Light snow showers 32 on Thursday. Friday, Saturday looking dry. Temperatures a little bit cooler. Some light snow is possible on Sunday. And just a reminder from your friendly weatherman, neighborhood weatherman, do not even think about trying to find a 5-day snowfall map online. They are out there. Don't do it.
Yeah, because they're not likely accurate.
It's already looking to be wrong.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next.